learn more as we go across Jamaica into different churches to understand what they do.
I'm not dancing.
Listen.
Again, I feel like it's Monday.
Yeah, you know, it feels weird because we were here yesterday.
It's
and
crazy.
We're here this morning. Good morning, risers. Good morning, sunrisers.
Good morning.
Listen, it's a new day.
Yep.
I was just telling her off camera, right, that she looks so beautiful. I tell her often, but today, the dress she's rocking, the hair, looks
too.
Good. So I told her that I don't need to look good because I'm beside her.
That's not true.
You know what I mean?
You do look good though, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Then the whole time we're here talking to him, never put on the glasses. Then right before we go on camera, see me, Mr. Weird there. Is that next level swagness? But anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Independence Day yesterday.
Yes.
Even though it was Tuesday, like I said, it felt like Sunday, so I had to extra remind myself that we had Why Not Wednesday this morning. So we're so glad that all of you turned up for yet another morning to rise with sunrise. So
we can't do this without you. So if you're not here, we can't be here. But you're here, and I'm happy that you're all here. You know, this weekend, this holiday, August is very different because you have a holiday on a Thursday. Then Friday is a regular day. Then Monday is a regular day. Then
Monday was not a regular day. Monday was Ozzy's birthday.
Oh, of course.
Ozzy turned 5. And so I'm finally done with birthday season. No, we have one more birthday in September. Gia's birthday is in September. But the littles have their birthday back to back like this.
Whoa.
So I feel like I was like, phew, sigh, what a relief. But you're right, the day in between makes it feel funny. But this weekend was a bit of mixed emotions for me. I was celebrating my son's birthday, but the day before his birthday, we got the saddest news that a very dear friend of ours and a very dear friend to the creative community passed away, Ifidel Williams, who a lot of you may know him as a supporting vocalist on Rising Stars, but amazing friend, amazing man, amazing just teacher, mentor, one of the most wonderful people I had the pleasure of knowing and spending so much time with. And we had to really wrap our minds around that. And, you know, I said to Wayne, I said, you know, I want us to normalize eulogies for the living. I want us to normalize telling I'm so sick of reading captions that I mean, I get goosebumps. I want the people who are alive and well and here with us to know exactly how I feel. And with Ifidel, I can safely say he knew how I felt about him. We expressed that to one another. And that was something very special in our friendship that, you know, he poured into me, I poured into him. And this was true for everybody who knew him. And you could tell from all of the amazing messages. But let's normalize telling each other how we feel about each other while we're here.
That's true.
And it made me think, you know, why not do that? Why not? Why don't we have eulogies for the living? You know, for your parents, for your children, for your brothers, your friends. But we send all of our love to his amazing family and all his friends and everybody who loved him. We're holding you in our highest thoughts, and it's a most incredibly difficult time for everybody. But 1, 2, 3. When TK come pan up, we don't want bad news pan up. Only good news pan up. With the vibes on the top pan up. Yay!
I get the pop up now.
I said till we can't remember the original. It's officially your song.
I'll take it.
It's officially.
I like you had a little
A little dance.
I like it.
It's my Jamaica independence.
So St. Elizabeth community is still without power after Hurricane Beryl. So residents of several St. Elizabeth communities are now extremely frustrated and are grappling with significant challenges as they are currently still without electricity a little over a month following Hurricane Beryl's passage. According to the Jamaica Public Service, JPS's website, restoration was already done in the affected areas of the parish. However, some say that's simply not the case. Can you imagine no lights since Beryl?
July 3.
No.
It's
wild.
August 7th.
That's a whole month.
That's wild.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but actually experiencing it is a whole other level of frustration. Yeah. And it's not okay. And I do understand that, you know, we're doing our best. I'm hoping that we're doing our best. But it's very little comfort for those who are actually experiencing it. And so that's the only thing. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is frustrating, upsetting, and, you know, I just wanted to get back to normal for them ASAP.
Today's Wednesday. I'm hoping that next Wednesday we don't need to talk
we don't
about
have this headline.
Yes,
exactly.
Can you imagine?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it just speaks to the extent of the damage that was done.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
and we do have to still say so many places have been restored, but obviously where was hit the hardest is not going to be able to, you know,
be restored quickly,
as quickly.
But I mean, they're working. I'm sure. I'm hoping that the work
Monday, I could hold them to Monday and hope say Monday.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so for the persons experiencing this, boy,
we're so sorry.
We're sorry on everyone's behalf, on Jamaica's behalf. We're so sorry about it. So let's go now to the Why Not Wednesday headline: Lunar Light Drones lights up gala night. So of course we know about the famous drone show, right? So 1,000 drones
300
lit up. Hi, hold on, man. 1,000 this year.
Wow.
That's so last year.
That's so last year.
300 is so last year, IT. So 1,000 drones lit up the evening sky at the Independence Grand Gala held yesterday at the National Stadium. That number of drones is up from a mere 300 displayed at last year's event. And the drone display featured Jamaica's culture, music, athletes who represented us in France for the Olympics. And so joining us now is one of the men behind the drone, CEO of Lunar Light Drone Technologies, Adrian Allen. Hi, Adrian.
How you doing, guys? Thank you. Sunrise indeed.
Yes. First of all, I watched the drone show like this.
Jaw dropped.
On Stage with Winford Williams, Saturdays at 9 p.m. on CVM. So much more than entertainment.
So it's funny because people are like, when did you start writing? And in fact, this is a book that was written over the course of 4 years. And so if you look, there are a compilation of different writings that I wrote in different seasons. So so you can see. And so what inspired me is that sometimes I would post on Instagram, literally, just some writings that I would post, and people would be like, why don't you put together a book? And I'd be like, no, man, never. And so there were some young women that I worked with for about 3.5 years, and they truly inspired me to put this book together so that I could offer a tool of encouragement, of wisdom, of truth, and inspiration to them.
You know, I look at it, I'm saying, I'm going to buy this gift for my younger daughter, well, for both daughters, because the younger one is going to a foreign country, Europe, for some time, and this would be good company for her. Why 57 cups, though? Why not 56?
So 57 is 57 because it's so authentic to the compilation itself. At some point I thought maybe I should go 100 because 100 sounds more complete and whole. But I didn't want to force it. I didn't want to force the reflections because they came in such authentic moments and times. And to be honest, they're reflections that were inspired by the Lord. And so I can't force that at all.
Yes, I can understand.
I'm curious about the title of the book as well, Awake. Why Awake?
All right, Awake. So as you can see, there's a coffee cup, right? So that is a coffee cup, and then there are flowers coming out of the cup. Now, I call it Awake because when you wake up in the morning, you want to feel awoken, right? When you wake up in the morning, you want to feel like you're revived and rejuvenated. And so when I was thinking about, what do I call this book? I want everybody to read this book and not just be rejuvenated physically, like when we have our cup of coffee, but to feel rejuvenated intrinsically, you know, and so feeling revived from your soul, from the inside out. And so that's why I call it Awake, 57 cups to revive your inner life. So each morning you can have one with a cup of coffee and feel revived.
Oh, you don't want to know what my cup of coffee in the morning is like. And that brings me to my next question. Who is this book for? Because, you know, I know of your work mentoring young women, and you're so awesome at that. Who is this book for, though? Can I read it? Meaning, can he read it? Like, who is this book for?
Right. So it is for anybody who I believe God wants to inspire and speak to. So obviously, I think it spans just generations, not just for young women, but for women. Not just for women, but for men also. I mean, I had a testimony of one of my friend's husbands who is in his 40s who actually read the book. Like one day he just saw it on his table and he picked it up and he needed a word from the Lord and he opened it and it was specifically for him.
But as we know, we said, you know, it's a program for teens. It's not just financial literacy skills. It's more. It's about becoming a really an informed, educated, and smart investor. You know, these are life skills. SMC Teach has been doing a number of different programs. A big part of that is really giving students and young persons a leg up to be socially, academically successful. And so running a number of summer programs from back to school during COVID, giving them one-on-one lessons to just bring them back into the fold to win. And so we are partnering with SMC Capital as well. So our group CEO, Maurice Hamilton, who has a passion for kids, also said, you know what, a number of us, we are alums from Mono School of Business, the MSc Corporate Finance program. This is very valuable and it's needed. We want to start them early. So we said, all right, let's do Investing. And it's built for the youngsters to get a practical approach to understanding money, to making wise decisions, to understanding what's out there that, you know, can be responsibly investing, but also give them a foot up to succeed in life. This is perfect. It fills a gap. A gap that shouldn't be there in the first place, because I wonder why isn't it a part of the curriculum in primary and preparatory. I got that right. Schools, you know, and the fact that you have done it, SMC Teach is timely. What exactly would they be learning, though? Take me through a day. So it's good that you said that as well. So SMC Teach will be pushing and leading that initiative. I mean, a lot of people know me for dance and that area, yes, my passion, but, you know, education and ESG, that's a major area for me of focus, because we believe in social impact investing, you know, being very responsible citizens. So this is something that we want to bring to our students. They'll be learning the time value of money, because $1 today is not worth $1 tomorrow.
Oh, many weird things used to happen to me as a younger person. I remember my first day in Excelsior, for example, when I stood up, names are being taken alphabetically, and so I'm in the W's, so I was one of the last one, and I was very shy, so I sat at the back, and I stood up, and they said, yes, sir, what's your name? I said, Willard White, and everybody in the class, their heads went forward, and then they turned to look at the source and laughed, and I never understood why they laughed. I didn't at the time, because Willard, not such a common name, and then White. You know, so I thought they were laughing at that.
No.
It turned out that it was my voice.
Well, what an incredible voice that has taken you all over the world performing, which is amazing. And now you're home for a special concert. Tell us a little bit about why you're in Jamaica and what your plans are.
Well, I'm in Jamaica for a holiday with my wife. She was not able to come this morning, but and I thought, along with my good friend Winston Newitt, that I could do a little concert for my alma mater, where it all started, because it started at Excelsior, this singing journey. My journey was to be an economist, but you know, the magnificence of this universe and things that move, that affect us, I started singing in Excelsior. And so I thought that would be a good place to go and sing, and I'm actually singing in the concert the song that the teacher colored me and said, come here, Willard, you will enter the competition. I'm going to teach you this song, and you'll sing it.
Oh, lovely.
Whoa, you know, my brother went to Excelsior, Black and Ellis. I know he's watching, he's saying, yes, Remind him, because he talks so much about Excelsior, but he can't sing like myself. I want to ask you though, can anyone learn to sing?
I think so. If you can hear and you have a desire, the desire is a key thing. The desire
is key, but
the key
think of those who are hearing.
You
want to be a singer so bad. You have to encourage him, but not too much.
I am the only dog.
But we fix our business fair, you know.
More comfortable.
More comfortable for what, Pastor?
Jamaica's favorite drama, Your Guilty Pleasure. Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
What I realize now is most persons are buying, you know, the toy dogs, the small ones with the long hair, and these dogs require a lot of maintenance. So I try to spread that awareness to persons who decide to get long-haired dogs, that bathing and grooming them on a regular basis is very important. If they're in the house, you want them to smell nice. All right, and you want to keep the coat clean, you want to keep the skin clean and improve their overall health, right, and welfare.
Yeah.
So that is very much important, and I realize persons are picking up on that. So when I started my business, it was a bit slow, but then I realized a lot of persons have dogs.
Yeah.
And it's increasing now.
Yeah.
So a lot of phone calls coming in, persons want their dogs to be groomed. They understand now the importance of keeping their dogs.
And we mentioned a small dog, a toy dog, like maybe a Pomeranian, or I think about like poodles and Shih Tzus. But what about like our big dogs? Like I have 2 labs, for example, or in this video I'm seeing is that a German Shepherd?
That's an Akita.
Akita, okay. Akita. Our big dogs need to be bathed and groomed as well.
Yes, they definitely do, especially because they're outside. They'll be in the dirt. When it rains, they'll get wet. They need more maintenance. Well, but more than the inside dogs, of course. With the outside dogs, with all of that environment and it's all that affecting them, they definitely need to be given a bath more frequently. But it's recommended every 4 to 6 weeks that you give them a bath.
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
Human beings, I mean.
Imagine.
For inside dogs, maybe a little bit more, but it depends on the products that you use,
Well, can I bathe my dog myself? Like, meaning, I think a lot of people are like, well, maybe I can. I mean, I can't bathe my big dog. I did try that one time, and I said, look, I don't need this because the labs actually shed a lot. But then I move and they did this and that. But if I had a smaller dog, is it recommended that we bathe our own dogs, or do we always have to go to a groomer?
No, it's recommended that you keep your dogs, groom your dogs for yourself at home. If it is that you can't manage, then you can contact a professional.
Right.
It certainly did, especially given that it's not the first medal that we're getting in the field events. So it was very welcome and well received, especially on Independence Day. So, the spirit hasn't been so high, even at the various Jamaica house locations and where the Jamaican fans hang out. Usually there's a lot of festivity, vuvuzela, etc. But it's been quite calm in these different houses and locations. And so Wayne Pinnock really delivered something special yesterday. And we hope that will help to increase the mood and boost the spirits of the other athletes as we continue our quest for our first gold medal.
I mean, I get it that the spirits are low, but all things considered, we have quite a few events that we're still in. Do you think that there is any optimism from the camp over there in France that, we can see our medal haul really increase, potentially even touching back those record numbers that we've seen in previous Olympics?
Well, definitely. I think that, we have been spoiled over the years. Jamaica has been spoiled over the years with how well we have done, and so people take it for granted that we're talking about just being able to participate in the Olympics. You have to be in the top 32 in the world. We're talking top 32 of 8 billion, so it is a big deal. And so we are looking for potential medalists. We're still looking at the 400 meters. We're looking at the 100-meter hurdles for women and the 110 for men. There's still quite a number of, we have 3 men in the discus finals. So there's a lot to be optimistic about in the Jamaican camp. But of course, you know, we are impatient, especially when it comes to track and field, which is one of our religions in Jamaica.
Well, I mean, surprise, surprise, as we just saw for the medal table, Dominica and St. Lucia are ahead of us with Julian Adfred securing 2 medals. I mean, how do Jamaicans feel about that? Because, you know, we are a part of our development. So what's the vibe like around the Dominican camp and the St. Lucians there for us?
I guess unlike the Caribbean, where there's this great rivalry between the Caribbean countries, here there's a lot more solidarity. So Jamaicans were really celebrating Julian Alfred's gold medal, and they were rooting for her as well in the 200 meters. So we don't get that sense of rivalry that you will find in the Caribbean meets. We have been quite happy to share in the glory that these other nations are experiencing, of course.
Well, the Sugar Lifestyle Art and Lifestyle Expo.
Okay.
Right, so Sugar Lifestyle has a reputation for melding glam, sophistication, and Jamaican culture. And the Art and Lifestyle Expo will do just that, where we're bringing our artists together, the patrons and the community, converging everybody together. And just envision an art gallery, but first you're met by a food gallery with tasty bites and beverages, agro-processing, and then you enter the art gallery, and then we're going to also just highlight lifestyle, you know, home and garden, luxury travel, personal care, as well as, you know, lifestyle, home and garden, and more things like that.
That's what I was wondering, because I'm thinking art and the lifestyle. So
yes,
is it,
and fashion, of course.
Okay, so there'll be fashion,
apparel and accessories, yes.
Any food?
Yes, of course. You met with that first.
Yes,
okay.
Upon entry.
I love people like you who figure out how to bring all of this together for us. But I want to know why it's so important, because everything here is Jamaican made, correct?
Yes.
Tell us why it was so important for you to do something like this.
Well, we curate events throughout the year, focusing on MSMEs, and we don't just stop at the show giving them opportunities for sales, but of course distribution and growth as well. We're looking for export opportunities, and we feel that we need to inspire the younger generation with this event, you know, spark conversation, and you know, it's very important, especially with the art, because people are traveling now outside of COVID. We want to, you know, bring everybody back and, you know, remind them about the artists and, you know, the different styles and perspectives that they will have at this event.
And the way how art shows up in so many different ways. Of course, let's look at this piece over here with the yellow pui, which is just, you know, so Jamaican for me. The yellow pui is just so beautiful.
It's actually by me, yours truly. So this is how it all began with GW Art, and then I opened up the opportunity to other artisans. So when you come to the show, you see different persons with different styles for maximum profit. Each vendor unique to their own craft, and then GW Art. When you see the poetry, you know you should have start studying already, right?
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
Elated, however, I was shocked. I never knew that I had that much power in me. Yes. Whoa. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience.
And I want to know what was a standout moment for you in the whole process. Like, what was that moment that you were like, I'm in the right place, I'm doing the right thing, this is where I'm supposed to be?
The third week, when we did 2 songs. I did The Extraordinary God by Nicole Robinson and The Sovereign God medley by Petra. That's when I really saw the beauty of Jada Messam. And that stood out for me.
I love that.
What was the relation?
Embraced it Sunday night.
I love that. I love that.
You know, you have a good speaking voice too.
You do.
Yes. What was it like with the camaraderie between yourselves, all the singers? I mean, you know, because I mean, it's a competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was not threatened because that's not Jada.
Right.
I embrace everyone. I try to be myself around them. I try to understand them. If something were to happen, I would be the one to say, hey, stop that, or don't do that, or I'm a listening ear. So it was a beautiful experience with the contestants, beautiful souls, beautiful ministers.
Did you see a winner? That they say, and the person they have a winner?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I saw my competition. Well, in the mirror, that was off track. I mean, I did see competition. Trust me. If you don't mind me saying, second runner-up, third runner-up, Danica Dennis Chambers. Trust me, powerhouse.
And so awesome when you can win against worthy components who you also admire and who you feel like, you know what, you don't want to win in a room where you're the best. You want to win in a room where we have so many amazingly talented people, and that's when it can really, you know, impact you. What a powerful voice you have.
Thank you.
Do you have any plans to continue in music?
Certainly. It won't stop here, trust me. Persons would have said it to me probably like years ago or since this exposure. I have no reason to stop using the JCF as a big platform to expose the ministry. Trust me, it would be a lot of work, but I'm willing to give Jamaica or show the world what Jada Messam can bring to the table.
That.
How do you divide the passions between your actual vocation and this now? Because they said you're looking forward. Which would you easily give up today?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's a tough decision. I'm okay so far balancing both policing and you know, the gospel ministry. I think they're both.
They find the place.
Yes, they complement each other. So at this stage now, starting out, it is so hard to decide or to make a decision at this time. But let us see what the future holds.
Hey, high five. Awesome.
You don't have to make a decision now, so that's the good news.
That's good news. And I'm looking forward to hearing her sing.
Yeah, because even just the sound check just now, I had goosebumps. I was like, oh my God, so good. So really proud of you and really happy for you. And we're looking forward to hearing more from you for sure.
You will.
Yes, I know we will. I know that you're going to be setting up for your performance. We are going to take this opportunity to just thank everybody. Also, many thanks to Constable Messam for joining us this morning. She's going to be taking over our Wednesday service and taking over the stage right now as well. But what a great morning it was.
What a great morning
as
it was.
Always, my friend.
As always.
We never get to chat about something we did a bother way over Olympics and these things. But, you know, we will talk about it more in the break.
To be continued.